Today in the battle arena, we've got two of arguably the most powerful incarnations of the Hulk ever seen. World Breaker Hulk taking on Space Punisher Hulk. Who comes out on top? Well, let's find out.
Hear the music.
I could do this all day.
After being bombarded with a massive dose of gamma radiation while saving a young man's life during the testing of an experimental bomb, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner was transformed into the Incredible Hulk, a green behemoth who is the living personification of rage and pure physical strength. But today, we're not just going to be using any old version of the Hulk, but World Breaker Hulk, who has repeatedly been called the strongest iteration of the Hulk we've ever seen. And just to make things even more interesting, let's also include feats from World War Hulk, as World Breaker Hulk is essentially just World War Hulk who is no longer holding back. So, basically the same character. So when World War Hulk came to Earth, Doctor Strange said that Hulk had never been stronger before, and he said it twice. And Amadeus Cho even said Hulk was holding back the entire event, and he really could have killed all of them if he wanted to. Hulk was strong enough to beat the Iron Man World War Hulk Buster, take down She-Hulk with just one punch, quickly took down Juggernaut, laid a massive beatdown on Hercules, and even beat Sentry in hand-to-hand combat. Although yes, technically Bruce Banner knocked Robert Reynolds out, it was the Hulk that did most of the heavy lifting there. Hulk was also able to take down Kitty Pryde and Ghost Rider with a thunderclap, and even alter the moon's gravity with his shockwaves. Hulk's durable enough to take attacks from pretty much every super being on Earth, including Hercules, Sentry, and Juggernaut, but has also survived attacks powerful enough to send chunks of the moon the size of Rhode Island flying into space, and it was said that nukes would only make him more powerful. He also wasn't even bothered by the Human Torch's Nova Blast, Cyclops Blast, and Ghost Rider's Fire. He pretty much instantly healed from having his eyes slashed out, rocks phased into his arm, being pierced with adamantium shrapnel, having a hole punched through his lungs by a Sentry, and a hole punched through his chest by Doctor Strange, and even took a death touch designed to overload his healing factor. All these attacks he healed through pretty much instantly. This version of the Hulk is also surprisingly fast, as he can move and attack in a blur, create super impacts of his landings, and blitz Iron Man. But see, the thing is, Hulk was actually holding back the entire time through the World War Hulk story. And when Hulk no longer decides to hold back, well, that's when he transforms into World Breaker Hulk. And World Breaker Hulk is strong enough where simple steps generate enough power to nearly destroy the entire East Coast. He sent Fin Fang Foom flying through a mystical barrier for a thunderclap. In this version, the Hulk is actually able to literally destroy planets with just the shockwaves from the forces of his blows. So that's who we got in one corner. But then entering the ring in the other corner, Space Punisher Hulk. Bruce Banner was a renowned scientist who, testing his unusual theories on gamma rays, was transformed into a murderous monster. Now, Space Punisher Hulk is from Marvel 12091, and it really doesn't scale to the Earth 616 Hulks at all. Space Punisher Hulk is something else altogether. For starters, Hulk possesses 4 arms instead of 2, and is actually a distinct and separate being from Bruce Banner, unlike the normal 616 Hulk. Bruce Banner doesn't just transform into the Hulk. Banner is actually trapped inside of Space Punisher Hulk's body. So Hulk was actually able to go in and rip open his chest, exposing Bruce Banner. And when Banner died, it didn't faze the Hulk at all. Space Punisher Hulk is also insanely powerful and completely and utterly savage. I mean, really, this guy is so bloodthirsty. He effortlessly broke the leader's back and murdered the Fantastic Four, ripping off one of the Thing's arms and beating Human Torture fit. He brutally murdered a squad of Hulkbusters, strangling Doc Samson with his own hair, and went on to rip off Deadpool's head and bite Sabretooth in half, killing both of them. I may be thinking, well, that doesn't really sound like anything a bloodthirsty normal Hulk wouldn't be capable of doing. So what makes Space Punisher Hulk so powerful? Well, you just wait, because his best feat is yet to come. You see, Space Punisher Hulk was able to slaughter 6 Watchers like they were cattle, punching through one Watcher's chest, killing 2 of them by slamming their heads together, then choking out the remaining 3 with his 4 arms. On top of that, the military in this world considered Hulk to be the greatest threat to the universe since Galactus himself. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. And this right here is a fight between 2 of the most powerful versions of the Hulk ever seen in Marvel Comics. So it's really a simple question of which one is more powerful. Well, simple question, but not really a simple answer. Now, the only real problem that we've got here is that we haven't really seen much of Space Punisher Hulk. I mean, Space Punisher was just a story that ran for 4 issues as is, and Hulk just appeared in 2 of those issues. 616 Hulk has appeared a whole lot more throughout the years, and even the World War and World Breaker Hulk incarnations of the character has appeared more than Space Punisher. So let's start off by just taking a look at World Breaker Hulk's power level, because he really is massively more powerful than every other incarnation of the 616 Hulk. Even more powerful than World War Hulk, mostly because he is no longer holding back. I mean, during the World War arc, when Hulk defeated the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, and Sentry, he was holding back the entire time. And World Breaker Hulk is even more powerful enough to shake the entire continent by just walking. And it was said that he nearly broke off the west coast into the Pacific Ocean. With just a few more steps, would have destroyed the east coast. He's able to unleash thunderclaps that sent Fin Fang Foom flying backwards through a wall that was capable of holding back the mindless ones. And even just his aura that he generates, the very force of Hulk existing, is enough to destroy a continent. Most impressively, though, when World Breaker Hulk and World Breaker Red She-Hulk clashed, their attacks were generating enough force to destroy the planet they're on, which is the shockwaves from their punches. It damaged nearby moons, and instantly vaporized powerful beings like Wendigo and the Bi-Beast. He's also durable enough to take punches from World Breaker Red She-Hulk, whose blows were powerful enough to destroy planets. He took Scar's 100 trillion ton punch, and Hulk is also able to absorb energy and take energy blast as well. He's only got stronger after taking 5 gamma bombs to the face, and Fin Fang Foom unleashed enough radiation to kill an entire continent. And only the Hulk was able to absorb it. End of the day, World Breaker Hulk has stated that he could crush Scar's head in his hand like an egg, could fight for an eternity, and the heroes of Earth didn't stand a chance at stopping him, even A-list characters like Thor and Captain Marvel. However, on the other hand, while Space Punisher Hulk hasn't appeared a whole lot, he has done some quite impressive things. And there's one thing in particular that I want to focus in on. When Hulk effortlessly killed 6 Watchers without even breaking a sweat. He punched through one Watcher's chest, killed 2 of them by slamming their heads together, and then it choked out the remaining 3 with his 4 arms. But just how powerful were these Watchers? Because if they're anything like Utah the Watcher, well, you could say that Red Hulk was strong enough to deck Utah, and Hulk has gone on to regularly show up Red Hulk. However, Couple things to that. First off, I don't really count Red Hulk going up against the Watcher as a solid feat, because it's just so inconsistent for both of those characters. I would put that somewhere more in the realm of Spider-Man beating Firelord, a herald of Galactus, or Black Panther showing up Silver Surfer, or even the crossover where Batman beat the Hulk. Secondly, we don't even have to worry about that comparison, because these versions of the Watcher are a whole lot more powerful than Utah. In fact, they were stated to be the six godly beings in that universe, nigh omnipotent beings, and were connected to the universe itself. In the story, Space Punisher was attempting to hunt down and kill the six Watchers, otherwise known as the Six-Fingered Hand, and so he went around searching for weapons. Now, Frank already had weapons capable of destroying planets and creating black holes, but Punisher didn't believe that those were going to be enough to take down these Watchers. So in order to kill them, Frank turned to utilizing the Ultimate Nullifier, which he believed would have destroyed the entire universe. Only problem is, it didn't work, as the Watchers had created the Ultimate Nullifier as basically one giant joke, just one of the many tools to confuse and control others. So Space Punisher Hulk runs in there and effortlessly destroyed them, punching through one guy's chest, killing two of them by slamming their heads together, and then choking out the remaining three. And if you weren't convinced that these Watchers were incredibly powerful and nigh omnipotent, well, after the Hulk killed them, the universe did actually start burning, with riots, invasions, looting, murder, and mayhem. The Watchers were right. They did possess some control over the universe itself, and that power and control died with them when the Hulk sent them to their grave. So, who wins here? Well, Worldbreaker Hulk does have demonstrably greater strength and durability, busting a planet or taking a 100 trillion ton punch. However, based on what Space Punisher Hulk has done, it's probable that he could do the same thing. I mean, easily slaughtering six nigh omnipotent beings is really nothing to scoff at. It was even said that he was the greatest threat to the universe since Galactus himself. End of the day, Space Punisher is kinda a weird story, and Space Punisher Hulk is kinda a weird character, but I do see him coming out on top in this one. I mean, it's basically like they took the Hulk and decided to make him almost an omnipotent being. He's easily the most powerful guy in his universe, and I think you could say he's the most powerful, really, better yet, most overpowered incarnation of the Hulk we've ever seen. I definitely love Worldbreaker Hulk more, and he's a very powerful character. But Space Punisher Hulk was just created to be something else altogether, arguably not even scalable with Hulk from Earth 616. Space Punisher Hulk wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to like button, hit that subscribe button to join the Fanco army, and I will see y'all next time.